I've tried. Morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Woo! Let's try that again. How's everyone doing today? Y'all excited to be here at Circuit of the Americas? Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to COTA with 10 Track Days, brought to you by W2W Racing. For those of you I haven't met, my name is Jack Beecham. I'm the 10 event manager who is running this weekend's event. So if there's anything you see this weekend, any comments, questions you have, please come by Garage 6 and happy to answer anything that you have wondering about. Big thing is, it's nice to be back out here in Texas. We're slowly getting through this pandemic. Nice. There's always that one car at the car show, right? Joe, can you go down there? Tell them to turn that off. Sorry about that, y'all. So we got a lot of track time for y'all over the next couple of days. We're going to kick it off right now with this morning drivers meeting, which might not be brief, but I promise you will end. We are going to get you out there on track. Like I was saying, we're slowly getting through this pandemic. I know Texas, is opened up. My state of Georgia is as well. When you come up to Garage 6, or if you're around people you don't know, please still make good decisions. Our team travels from track to track. There's only 4 of us that run events. So if one of us gets sick leading into an event, we don't have anybody that can cover that event. So, like, for instance, if myself or Austin would have got something leading into this weekend, we would have had to cancel the whole event with nobody to come out here, and y'all would not have been very happy about that. So keep that in mind. We're all going to have some fun out here. That's really all I'm going to say about that. Y'all are all adults. We've made it this far together. We're going to make it through this weekend together. Now, what I want to talk about this morning is camaraderie. This is a huge event. What we're seeing right here, is only a fraction of the amount of drivers that are signed up. A lot of people are watching the drivers meeting virtually. Looks like we've got several dozen that are actually online right now. We are all in this together. It only takes one driver to ruin the experience for everyone. Now, has it started to get hot out here in Texas yet this year? So this is going to be my hottest weekend of the year so far. It's going to be 88 degrees tomorrow. Pay attention to dehydration. Pay attention to what your body is telling you while you're in the paddock or while you're out there on track. You start to get dizzy, start to make mistakes, start to miss apexes. Find a cool place. Upstairs, the loft's going to be open. AC works in there. Find yourself some water, some Pedialyte, something. Keep yourself hydrated. Make sure that you're being safe while you're out there on track. Now, how many of y'all here this weekend have friends with you at the track? All right, I expect to see more hands go up. If you need a friend this weekend, come by and meet us at Garage 6. We would love to be your friends. So, if you have friends here in the paddock, look out for each other. Because everyone wants to make sure that we come back, keep doing this over and over again. Everyone wants to make sure that you go home, see your friends, family, and pets after the event. Now, a big thing this weekend, there is going to be a higher level of track density. There's a lot of drivers here with a lot of experience. There's several drivers here, without as much experience. And of course, we always do our best to classify those drivers appropriately. That way, you're always out there on track with someone with a similar skill level. Always remember, it doesn't matter which run group you're in, all passing at our events does require a point buy. So if you're coming up on a slower car, maybe they're not awake yet, but the first run group, don't just go tearing by them. That information is going to come to us, you get black flag, and ask why you passed without a point buy. Very, very easy. I understand that if you get stuck behind somebody, it can be frustrating. Frustration is a big thing I want everyone to look out for this weekend. Bottom line is, this is an HPDE. We're not racing. We're out here having fun. And if you find yourself on track at any time not having fun, a modification needs to be made. And it's not necessarily to the asshole that's not giving you a point by. The modification needs to be made inside of your helmet. Has everybody here heard of red mist? Is there anybody here that hasn't heard of red mist? All right, we got a couple. Red mist is a momentary lapse of judgment based on an emotional stimulus. Basically, something happens, you get upset, you get emotional, you quit thinking clearly. This can happen on the street, this can happen at home, this can happen at work, and it definitely can happen on the track. I myself, years ago, Watkins Glen, had a car come out in front of me, Glen line, right over in front of me. I was up to speed, and I spent 6 laps trying to get a point by from this car, put my car all the way up on top of the curbs, 2 wheels in the grass, making eye contact with the driver in the mirrors. And I never got that point by. I was trying to prove that I was the better driver. Finally, the last lap, I get a point by, take checkered flag for a straightaway. And did I feel elated that I finally got by that driver? No, I felt like an idiot. Instead of just simply backing off, coming through the pits, taking control of the situation, I had to prove to myself and prove to that driver that I was the better driver. I was the faster one on track today. And did I do that? No. I proved in that moment I was the bigger asshole. So keep that in mind when you're out there on track. We can control situations that are happening, even if it's not your vehicle that is happening in. Now, how often are we on the street and we recognize somebody about to merge without a blinker, or maybe they just are drifting over from one lane to another, or you're sitting at a stoplight, you're thinking that car next to me is going to turn left from the middle lane. Like, you're programmed to pick these things up because we come out here and we do this. We see all sorts of crazy things on the track. When you learn to expect them, that's when you're able to more safely anticipate what's going to happen around you. And it doesn't only help you on track, it helps you in your everyday driving on the street. So don't allow yourself to get frustrated. If you do find yourself getting frustrated, come talk to myself, one of our staff. We're the ones in the yellow and black. We're down in Garage 6 all day. We want to help you out. If you have a problem with another driver, let us take care of it for you. Now, I don't want to see anyone going up to somebody, getting in their face because they are emotional. Because as soon as you're emotional, you're responding emotionally, there really is no good outcome for you. So that's the reason why we're here. We're your event manager, your event staff. Let us be the ones that take control of the situation for you. Because our number 1 priority is y'all's safety. Number 2 priority, make sure that every single person here has a great time. And yes, there'll be mechanicals or 4-offs, things that are outside of our control there. But the way the track day unfolds is 100% up to you as the drivers. Y'all see that? We can't control your cars by remote control from the lane. You probably really wouldn't like that either. So everything that happens out on track is up to y'all. Make good decisions, take care of each other on track and in the paddock, and then we'll all be able to have a great time today and enjoy each other's company on track and in the paddock. How's that sound to y'all? Yeah, you're a reverend. I do want to take a second to introduce our staff. I cannot do this on my own. I got my second in command, Austin Self. Y'all would have met him over at registration. Of course, we got our chief instructors out here in Texas. We got the meat master himself, Mark Sharon, down here next to Porta John. That's kind of where he lives. We got Tim Shepard over here. And we also have Mario Kwan, our newest chief out here in Texas. And he might be over in the garage as well. So, and also Benjamin Kovalair, our intern out here, who loves to come out and help us out. And we pay him the peanuts, basically. And we're very fortunate this week. We have the queen herself, Rhea Hicks, here in the paddock. I want to give her a big round of applause for coming out here to Texas. So just so you know, all black flag incidents will be handled by Maria. So unless you want to get yelled at in Spanglish, please don't do anything silly on track. We're all very friendly. Maria tends to yell. That's just her accent. So keep that in mind. We'll have a good time. She's passionate, yes. The Latina passion. All right, so I'm getting off my soapbox now. We're going to hit the meat and potatoes of the driver's meeting. Of course, we always have a giveaway at the beginning of these, and we're going to call out the first driver and first instructor who are going to win these beautiful 1049 value koozies for registering first for this event. And way back when, 8 weeks ago, the first driver was Dane Smith. Dane, are you here this morning? All right, Dane, if you're not here present, if you're watching online, come by Garage 6 and you can get your koozie. And our first instructor was Blair Miller. Blair, are you here this morning? No, I saw him. He's here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Want to see how far I can make it? Oh, come on. I really want to try. We'll keep everyone safe. I don't want to put out anybody's eyes before we actually get underway today. All right. So I want to ask, who here today is a novice driver? Maybe you're doing your first track event or one of your first track events. Fantastic. Welcome. Welcome to the party. You're going to see a lot of awesome hardware out here. Just remember, everybody in this paddock at some point was a novice driver. None of us are born great. It takes years of dedication, years of practice, years of repetition, and a lot of cash. We get to come out here and play, and have fun, and make up stories and tell our spouses, girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, whatever, about where the money's going. So hopefully you catch the bug today. I can tell you that all my best friends I have met through the track hobby. And I don't know if it's because I'm an asshole in my personal life, but I know when I'm at the track, I'm always amongst my friends. And we consider y'all our family. And when we come to these events, every track we go to around the U.S., it's always fun. But for whatever reason, we come out here to Texas. It's always just a little bit more fun. Because y'all really get it. Y'all really have a passion. And we enjoy being out here with you. So if you're a novice driver, take that with you today. Make some friends. Hopefully you go home, just a little less tired, a little less break with your trophies. Now, if you're an instructor this weekend, please raise your hand. Awesome instructors. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Can't do it without you. Instructors get to go out there, ride right seat with somebody they've never met before. Don't know who prepared their car. And really, they're taking their own safety, their safety to their own hands. And just because of a passion they have to pass on knowledge that they have gained over the years. Now, if you're an intermediate or an advanced driver, you've been doing this for some time, maybe you're thinking about stepping up to the instructor ranks, giving back, I can tell you it's a fantastic experience, and it really makes you introspective. Am I doing what I'm preaching? Am I braking correctly going to this corner? Am I hitting the apex every time? What am I doing with my driving? You'll find yourself becoming a better driver when you start passing on that knowledge, when you start instructing somebody else. So maybe you've hopped in here or there with some friends in the paddock. Come talk to us if you want to see what the next step is. And we're very, very fortunate to have the instructors that we do. We're always looking for more because, hey, it's amazing what we get to do. I do want to say something on behalf of COTA real quick. I haven't seen Mike over here. But if you have an off, if you have contact, please don't drive back in. You unfortunately make contact with a barrier, whether it be a safer barrier, Armco, concrete, please stay where you are. COTA will come and get you. We just want to make sure that you're not dropping fluids on the track. So it stinks sitting there watching your friends go by. Just stay put. Quickest way to get everyone back to hot track is going to be us to come get you. Now, if you have a spin, a 4 off, massive loss of control, we do want to see you come into the pits, have a quick word with you, make sure you're okay, make sure the car's okay. And then we're going to get you back out on track. Track limits this weekend. COTA has a new policy. If you are out on the curbing or past it, you are no longer, in their mind or per their contract, on the track surface. So if you get out on top of the curbs, something happens, you go off track, and something happens to your car, COTA is not liable for it. You made the choice to put your car there, and if you go off track because of it, that is your own fault. But everyone already knew you're responsible for what happens to your car, what happens to the track while you're out here, right? Kind of makes sense. You break it, you buy it. Just remember it. I did want to say that. just on behalf of COTA. So we're going to talk about our format now. 3 run groups as always. We have our green group, novices with instructors, and solo yellow drivers. Here at COTA, passing is allowed anywhere on the lap that you feel comfortable doing so, but with an appropriate point buy. Blue group drivers, intermediate. Speed goes up a little bit. Awareness goes up a lot. Passing zones, still unrestricted, anywhere with a point buy, but we do want to start seeing more passes, braking zones in the corners. Once again, with an appropriate point buy. Our red group drivers, the most advanced, tens of thousands of laps, possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars into the hobby. Very top-notch drivers. We've got a bunch of people out here with SRO. We've got IMSA drivers. We've got a lot of NASCAR drivers. Fantastic group of people. But these drivers all know it still requires a point buy, and they have to show respect to the fellow drivers out there on track. Now, point buys can be accomplished in one of 2 ways. Please only do one at a time. Good old-fashioned arm out the window, point by to the left, or a point by to the right, arm over the roof. We also allow the use of turn signals. There's a lot of cars out here this week that do have fixed windows. 3 blinks to the left would be a point by to the left. 3 blinks to the right would be a point by to the right. If you do opt to use your turn signals, please remember to cancel your turn stop. Now, it's really funny when you're out there on 812 and somebody's on the left lane with a blinker on for a mile, but when you're on track, it's ambiguous. And on track, ambiguity is the enemy. So if you've got a car out here this weekend, maybe you've got a big wing on the back of it or something, and you're wondering if the drivers behind you can throw this to your point buys, have someone stand behind you in the paddock, demonstrate your point over the roof point buy, make sure it's nice and clear. That way you know what you're saying or what you're conveying to the other drivers around you is 100% understood. That way, there's no questioning it when you see it on track. Now, when we're coming into the pits, we want to see a fist out of the window. Coming into 19, please stay track left, and you can come down to pit road. If you're in a fixed window car, you can use your hazard signals. Turn your hazard signals in when you decide you're coming into the pits. Please stay tight through 19. Please don't go all the way out the track out and then come back across. It's another one of those things that is ambiguous. Getting on the track today, coming out of the pit road, there is a visible line that goes all the way up to turn 1. Please stay driver's left all the way to the apex of turn 1. And it doesn't matter if you're the first car out in the first session, grade laps, the first lap of the warm-up, just denote it to memory. That way you never put yourself in a dangerous situation. Keep your car driver left all the way to the top of the hill, then you can intersect the driving line. If you move to the right, coming out of pit road, best case scenario, we give you a black flag. Worst case scenario, you have a car-to-car contact. And nobody came out here for that this week, correct? Excellent. Then you can get out on track, blend in with everybody else, and you'll be good to go. At any time if you think that you're dropping fluids, or there's a problem with your car, check your mirrors, check your gauges. If you think you're dropping fluids, pull over next to a man corner workstation, and we will get you. It'll always be quicker for us to come recover you rather than do a course cleanup. The standing record is $1,800 in oil dry, an hour and 45 minutes of downtime. That does get passed on to the drivers, adding insult to injury. That poor driver spent the next 2 hours walking around the paddock and apologizing to every other driver that he could find. So nobody wants to be a person who shuts down the track. And you don't have to be. Sometimes things are out of your control. But pay attention to what your car is telling you while you're out there, and you'll keep yourself out of trouble. You'll also save your wallet. Now, if you decide to come in halfway through a session or you're going slow, hand out the window, hazards on, let the drivers around you know. Recognize that a hand out the window, a ball fist or your hazard, that's also a valid passing signal. So don't be surprised when drivers are coming by you. Especially in blue group and red group today, really pay attention to your mirrors. There's going to be a very large differential in speed out here. There's very, very fast cars on the straights. And there's some cars going to be turning similar lap times that are going to be faster in the corners or slow on the straights. So everybody play nicely together, and everyone's going to have a fantastic time. Going to hit our schedule. Like I said, the day has already started with this drivers meeting. I promise you will end. I want it to end as well. 8:30 will be our first red group. And that'll be regular drivers on track, and it'll also be our first classroom session with Mark Sharon in the bottom of building L over here. Novices, please find your way over there when it is time. 9:10 will be our first blue group, and 9:50 our first green. So our first rotation this morning, it is 40-minute sessions. So we find yourself starting to get fatigued after 20, 30 minutes. Remember that it is a longer session. Come in and get some fluids if you need to. At 10:30, we'll have our next red group, 30-minute rotation to blue, 30-minute rotation to green, and that'll take us to lunch. There'll be a couple food trucks on site. They've been amazing in the past, so make sure you go and check them out. 12:45, we'll do parade laps, low-speed track touring behind a pace car. There is no passing. So if you've got friends or family here that want to check out the lap, or maybe you want to get out there at lower speed and check out some of the subtle nuances that make COTA so complicated, we'll be lining up starting at about 12:40. Don't be late. We will release at 12:45. 1 o'clock will be our next red group session, and that'll also be classroom number 2. We'll be doing a turn-by-turn this afternoon. Awesome. So 1 o'clock will be a turn-by-turn. The classroom is building L. Be sure to come by and hang out with Sharon. He knows all the secrets here. Yep, and that'd be yellow drivers are welcome as well. Yellow drivers are also in green group. Sorry. If I didn't say it already, green group is yellow drivers and green group drivers. I was instructors and still yellow. Sorry if I missed that. Continuing with the schedule, 1:30 blue, 2 o'clock green, and we're going to continue a 30-minute session, red, blue, green, until we get to 4 p.m. happy hour. Now, how many of y'all participated in the Chin happy hour before? Yeah, how many of y'all love the Chin happy hour? So those of you that have never gone out, maybe you're apprehensive or you're new to Chin, it's all drivers, all run groups welcome to be on track at the same time. And I'd be thinking, how do you put advanced drivers out there with less experienced drivers? Really, it's simple. Because of the mutual respect that each and every one of you have for your fellow drivers, recognizing that we're out here having fun. So, when you're out there on track, you might encounter another driver with X's on the back of their car. This is not a target. This is simply to let you know that there's a less experienced driver in front of you, do anything silly around them, fill their mirrors, pass them without a point by, etc. You've just been observed by one of our instructor staff. They're going to come talk to us, and we're going to come find you and talk to you and say, hey, why are you harassing our novices? You know, take yourself back, put yourself in their shoes, what it was like when you first started doing this hobby. It only takes one bad experience to ruin the fun. Now, how many of y'all would have come back at your first track day, somebody was all over your butt, filling your mirrors, weaving side to side, or passing you without a point by? Might have ruined the whole experience. Remember, novices are friends, not food. It's a lot of fun to run down that power car in your Miata. Actually, I don't think we'll have a Miata. That's probably not a good example. If it's 400 horsepower or less, it's considered second Texas, right? So, if you are catching somebody out there, recognize it as the driver in the car that's making the car perform the way it is out there. And throughout the day, if you see anybody out there on track, maybe looks a little bit lost, maybe you might be able to help them out a little bit, go find them in the paddock, start up a conversation. It's that camaraderie, that fraternity, that friendship that we build while we're out here that really keeps us coming back, from year to year. Does anybody have any questions about the schedule or the run groups? Awesome. I'm going to hit our vendors real quick. Like I said, this is brought to you by W2W Racing. I believe we got Mark Martin out of the ground here somewhere. Mark, good to see you. Glad you're back after that nasty crash in Mid-Ohio. Y'all need to check out that video if you want to see something just crazy. So glad to have you here. W2W Racing is the premier provider of rental cars out here in Texas. Basically, y'all are booked up for the year right now, aren't you? So if you want to talk about next year, they're in Garage 7. They've got some fantastic cars, fantastic crew, fantastic drivers that come out and support them. Wonderful program, and they can tell you all about it over there. We got Tread Connection, which will be over on the far side of the paddock if you need tire service this weekend. Bespoke Paint Protection is out here. They provide wraps to PPF. And, of course, we've got our on-site photographer this weekend, David Dillon. So David will be taking thousands of photos over the next couple of days. His assistant, Sissy, will be probably wandering around the paddock, taking orders, telling you what she's got. I believe that they are set up at the far side of the paddock near the ramp. All right. So really, that's all the big points that I wanted to hit. We are going to do some breakout meetings real quick. Then we're going to get you all out on track. Instructors, y'all are going to go with Mark Sharon. We're going to go over towards turns 20 and 19. Red group drivers, going to go with Austin Self. Inside the classroom, building L. Blue group drivers are going to go with Mario. behind the classroom. So instructors to my left, red group drivers in the classroom, blue group drivers on the other side of the classroom. If you're a green group or yellow group driver, hang out here. We're going to have a quick safety talk, and then we're going to get you out on track. All right, so we got green group drivers, yellow group drivers, right? All right, we're going to get a little chin to it. We're going to get you out there on track. So does anybody is your first time here to COTA? Awesome, welcome. Let's talk about how to get on and off the track. That seems like a good place to start. So you'll end up going down to the end of this road behind us, or this road right here, and make a left. There'll be a line of cones before you get to the gate for pit road. Stay to the left. That is going to put you onto pit road. When you pull onto pit road, there'll be someone standing there. They're going to want to see your wristband. They're making sure that you're going out in the correct run group. Please respect them and show them the wristband each and every time that you go out there. When you get down to the end of pit road, there'll be someone down there, and they're going to tell you when it's okay to go on track. Now, when they tell you to go, that means they have found a gap. So please get up to speed quickly, stay drivers left at the top of the hill, and blend in if there's already traffic on track. When you're done with your session, drivers left coming through 19 pulls you into pit lane, and then you'll make a left-hand turn and go the opposite way out of that same gate. That'll put you back in the pits. When you're in the pits, when you're in the paddock rather, the speed limit is whatever speed you feel comfortable getting hit by a car at. Remember, vehicles, not pedestrians, have the right of way in the paddock. So you've got friends or family here that are wandering around, kids wearing earbuds, dogs on a leash. Make sure you're paying attention to them. Don't want to see any incidents in the paddock. Remember, most track cars don't have horns because that's weight we can take away. So watch out for all of that. I'm going to talk about the flags real quick. Yellow flag will be the first flag you see today. Morning warm up, so the track orientation session is done under a standing yellow. This gives you a chance to go out and see which corner worker stations are manned. These are the people that are going to be communicating with you throughout the day, keeping you safe. So please pay attention to where they're located. When we do checkoff rides to advance to a higher group, we actually give you a track map and ask you to point out where each and every corner worker station is. So please pay attention to that. After that, you could see a waving yellow flag. See a waving yellow flag, that means there's something on track, something on the line, and we need to take immediate evasive action. So be prepared to make a speed adjustment. There is no passing until you get to your next corner worker station, not showing yellow. Black flag, if you see a black flag just for yourself, it would be pointed to you probably with a number associated with it. Something's happened on track, we need to see you, maybe spun, tore off. We don't want to talk to you, make sure you're okay, the car is okay. See a black flag at all stations, we need to clear the track. There might be a car that is disabled that we need to go recover. Go into the pits, grid up, back down into the pit lane, and get back on track as quickly as possible. You see a blue flag with a yellow stripe, that is the passing flag. It means that there's a race going on behind you and you're not part of it. That's not right. We're not racing out here. It means a faster driver has caught you, and you have an obligation to get them by the earliest and safest place. So if you see a blue flag, check your mirrors, get the driver by quickly and safely. If you see a black flag with a red circle in the middle, we call that the meatball flag or the money flag. It means that there are $100 bills flying out of the back of your car. We want to help you retain some of them. There's a mechanical flag. Check your mirrors, check your gauges. If you think you're dropping fluids, pull off in a safe place, and we will come and get you. If you see a red flag, the most important flag that I hope you never see. So if you see a red flag, check your mirrors. If there's a driver behind you, get a fist up in the air. Red flag means that there's a serious incident on track. You need to stop the field. Check your mirrors. Don't panic. If there's somebody behind you, get a fist up in the air. This will let them know that you're going to be slowing down. Come to a safe controlled stop offline in view of your next corner worker station, and wait there for them to give you the signal to proceed back to the pits, which will be a black flag. So again, if you do see a red flag, stay calm. Don't panic. Check your mirrors. Someone behind you, get a fist up in the air, let them know you're going to be slowing down. Then come to a safe controlled stop offline in view of your next corner worker station. Then you can wait until we give you the signal to come back to the pits. Green flag, typically we don't see a green flag here at COTA. When you get out on track for your first hot session, we'll be going out to green track. So as soon as you are up to speed, you can begin passing. You don't have to take a warm-up lap or anything like that if you do not want to. just because it is such a big lap and it is so open. All right, folks, that's about all that I have for you. We're gonna be back out here at COTA on June 26th, 27th. If this weekend is hot enough for you, that event should be. But also, because of the heat, there'll be less drivers that will sign up. So if you want to get a little more open track, sign up for that event. We'd love to see you back out here. Before y'all get out of here today, I want to ask y'all one thing. Why are y'all here today? Let's try it again. Why are y'all here today? And who is responsible for your safety? Y'all have fun today. The drivers' meeting has ended. Get out there, turn some laps, and we'll see you after checkered flag.
Yellow would be third.
Yes, sir.
The yellow will be the
Yes, sir. Beginning at 9:50. There's a schedule, yellow sheet of paper. Looks like this on the table. We have extra, so be sure to grab one if you need one.
we are doing the 8 a.m. warm up.
Yes, sir.